You know what? Get something and put the profit up a little higher.
A
Like
little
you got
high.
some books or something, like maybe something to get about right here.
I get one of these shoe boxes or something.
Anything.
All right, cool, cool.
Yeah, one of the shoeboxes.
Do it like that.
My first love right here. Right here.
Football more than basketball?
Yeah, my first love. Not no more. Now it's basketball.
You got a recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
You play football in school?
I tried to. They cut me in the ninth grade. And when I stopped,
What high school you went to?
I went to Sturgis.
Oh, man.
But I wasn't tall like I am now. I was skinny, but I wasn't tall. All the other cats was big. And I was kicking everything. And he was like, dude. So look at the dude and look at you. He said, yeah, you know. I said, dude, I was and then I went full time with the rap after that. I was like, yeah.
No high requirement for this shit.
That sure ain't. Sure ain't. You ain't lying about that.
Yeah, it's going down, man. It's the Donnie Houston podcast. I am down in Houston. Got my boy Dedo in here. What's the deal?
Yo.
Man, how you feeling, Don?
Man, I'm feeling alright, man. I can't complain, man.
Already. Check it out, man. We got a special guest. This guy's name has come up on this podcast. Anytime we start talking about Houston, anytime we talk about Houston hip hop in the early days, you know what I mean? This is the name everybody has mentioned, man. I'm talking about Killer Rhymes, Intellectual, Never Find Opponents.
Hey.
You know what I mean? AKA, man, K-Rino, what's going down, man?
Man, we here, man. Appreciate y'all having me. It's blessed, honored to be on y'all platform, man.
Man, it's an honor to have you here, man. You feeling, man?
I can't complain, man. Your boy been hooping. I won me about 10 today, so I'm good.
Yeah. Really. So, man, what's been going on, man? Lately, man, with the music and everything, man?
Just trying to stay consistent and putting out more and more projects. I put out 4 albums early in the year, and I'm getting ready to work on a new one right now that I'm gonna try to have out by the middle of November. But the goal is to just keep putting music out and staying consistent. That's it.
Yeah. That's what's up. So, man, let's go back to the beginning, man, because, you know, K-Rino, I'm a little younger, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of what I hear about K-Rino is, or what I know is, everywhere is real respected, real from the jump, South Park Soul, you know what I'm saying? Just one of the first ones in Houston to really get an album. I mean, just really on the rap shit, man. So, take me back, I know your first record came out like 86, 87, but let's go back before that. Like, what were you doing? I know we were talking out there and you were saying you tried to play basketball. I mean, football. You know, the height requirement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. No, what it was, yeah, football, that was my first love. And I was playing Little League, playing in the neighborhood. Thought I was going to be a wide receiver, thought I was going to go to the NFL and all that. But like I told you, when I tried out, I got cut. So I got into music full time. I started writing raps in '83. I was 13 years old. And y'all can do the math.
You talking about 83, so you saying like this is like the first Run DMC record that's coming out in
Yeah, the first Run DMC dropped in '83. But I was a fan of rap back when Sugar Hill now. That's like 79, 80. Curve flows, breaks.
So you caught it early.
Yeah, I can get that. They snatched me up. Like when I first heard Message, Grandmaster Flash Fierce 5, Curtis Blow, and Sugar Hill Gang, Rapid Delight. Them was the three that got me. You talking about 79, 80, but I'm 9, 10 years old at the time. So I'm memorizing it. I knew all the words, all that stuff, but I wasn't thinking about doing it myself until, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 years later. I wrote my first rap in '83. Went to middle school in like '84. Thomas, yeah.
Okay.
And I had a rap battle. I had my first rap battle in '84. One rhyme. Thank God I won with that one. I knocked him out with one punch, bro. But I ain't had no more punches. But after that, it was over. After that, I fell in love with it.
Yeah. So tell me, you do the record. The Real Chill. Tell me about Real Chill. Yeah. '86.
Yeah. When I got to high school, two of my homies, they weren't my homies at the time, but we got cool. Like everybody was in that rapping, and we just bonded. My homie GT and my homie Preppy J, and we just started a group called Real Chill. And I was riding through McGregor Park one day with my dad, and he was like, "Man, what you want to do? You ain't playing football or nothing like that no more." I was like, "Nah." I said, "Man, I want to rap. I want to put a rap record out." And his money was long at the time, you know, doing get that street money, and he was like, "Okay, let's do it." It was that simple. It was like, "Let's do it," and I was like, "For real? Okay, like for real, we gonna do it?" And I didn't know the first thing about it, but we did it, and he put all the bread up, and me and Keisto was at the studio. I recorded the record at in Sugar Hill, and cause we was trying to get Bushwick before we did the Bushwick interview, and I was telling Keisto, "Oh man, this is the first studio. This is where I recorded my first record." Man, Sugar Hill been around before that, because you had cats like Freddie Fender and all them recording Sugar Hill, but we went in there, made the record, and at the time we put it out, it was like an '87. All we pressed up was vinyl, you know, with no CDs, you know, it was cassettes, but all we pressed up was vinyl. And when I tell you, we probably had a freaking warehouse full of vinyl pressed up. We didn't know no better, you know, we just got all these records stacked up and didn't know what to do with them.
No plan or nothing.
No plan or nothing, but we had a couple of guys that came in later that was, you know, they knew marketing and promotion and all that. And we worked with them, but we didn't realize at the time that that record was probably one of the first, I would say, 5 records to ever come out, rap records to ever come out in the city of Houston. The Ghetto Boys, the first Ghetto Boys, the Jukebox and Johnny C. Yeah, they came out before us. They came out a little before us, and there was a couple of other ones that dropped, like McGregor Park, McGregor Park, that came out before. But you can't go past 5 groups that had a record out before we did. You know, maybe Raheem, but it wasn't too many before us.
Yeah. So I mean, y'all do the record. How was it received when y'all put it out?
I mean, it really wasn't received because we didn't have no plan, no strategy of how it went. We got it on the radio. One time I remember, because back in the day, the radio station used to do this thing called Rush It or Flush It. And that's just like pumping or dumping. Everybody got a variation of that all around. Smash it, pass it, trash, whatever. But they had Rush It or Flush It back in the day, and we somehow got it to the radio station to get on Rush It or Flush It. And boy, we was scared as hell. It was like, man, what if they flush it, you know? But they ran the record and they rushed it. Boy, we thought we was like, we thought we went platinum.
What station is it?
It might have been 102 back then. It wasn't no 97.9 back then. 102 used to play rap back in the day, so it probably was Magic 102 at the time. And whoever the DJ was, I don't even remember how we got the record to them, but we got it to them, and they played it, and the people would call in. You had to sit there and wait, like they say, Real Chill, Rush It or Flush It. And they go, Rush It, next call, Real Chill, Rush It. Then somebody say, Flush It, and you get nervous. You're like, man,
you start doing the count.
Man, like you count it.
Yeah, 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Yeah, we might have got about 7 to 2 or something like that. You know,
y'all got comfortable.
Yeah, we was good. You know, we was good. So we at that point, that gave us confidence. Like, okay, we just put ourselves butt naked in front of the whole city, and they
the judge.
Yeah, we got the majority vote. So we was gone after that.
Yeah. So I mean, but how long did the Real Chill last?
We might have lasted about 2 years total, because we lasted a year before we made the record. We formed in like '86. Then we made the record and put it out in '87. We might have made it to '88 before we just disbanded, because what we did was we tried to shop the record. We traveled. At that time, we talking about some 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. We traveled to LA. We traveled to New York. We mixed the record down in New York. Just unnecessary stuff. We didn't have to, but the people that was in my dad's ear was like, man, take it to New York, let them do it, and blah, 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 spending all this under. We could have mixed it and shit in here.
Right.
But the thing was, New York, Atlanta, this when music conventions used to be real big, like Jack the Rapper. Yeah, we went to Jack the Rapper. We thought we was at, cause you see all these stars.
Tell me about Jack the Rapper, because I hear about this convention, man. Like, tell me how that was, man.
Jack the Rapper was like the quintessential. It was like the it of the conventions. If you was at Jack the Rapper, that was the main thing. So what happens is these conventions would have big time record executives that would come down, and artists would come down and do showcases and all this. So you would see all of the mainstream, or whether it's rap, R&B, they would be all in this one hotel. They would always do it in the hotel. But we didn't know at the time, you could network and run into people, but them cats was coming down here just to mess around and get women and all that type of stuff. But we did get some connections that kind of took us, but you need to call this guy, y'all need to go to LA, and you're giving your record away, but we in there handing out vinyls. You know what I'm saying? We just leave that in a cassette. But it did take us, because we went to LA, we got a few offers that was on the table. One offer we got, I don't know what happened, but we was in, there was a record label called, I think, Total Experience in LA, and we walked into the building. My dad, like I said, my dad was managing us. He walked into the back, and he was like, y'all sit right there. We sat down, and we just waited. And he went in the office for about 10 minutes, and we in there. 10 minutes later, he came out and was like, he hot. Let's go. He sat there for a minute like,
what's going on?
We didn't move. And he said, let's go. We just got to this day, I don't know what happened, but I don't know what they told him in there. I need to ask him what happened in that room, but that deal was gone after that. But after that, we kind of just faded away, because we started working on the album. We really probably had we got about 7 or 8 real chill songs that was gonna be on a real chill album that we never put out, that I still got the masters to on real, on the old school real. I still got all that. I still got all this stuff, man.
So was that about remastering it?
I did, man. Because when I went to Sugar Hill a couple of times with other people, because Solo and a lot of cats was doing projects there now, and every time I go in there, I get flashbacks. And the thing about Sugar Hill, they still got it looking the same way it looked 30 years ago. Straight up. I mean, even though they have advanced, they got the computers and all that. Of course, they have.
No, you walk in there, and this is a historical place.
Right. But they still got those real machines in there. They still in there. So if I was to come to them and say, hey man, I got some old reels on 2-inch tape I still got, they could actually load that up and mix it and master it. You know what I'm saying? So I might put that stuff out one day.
Tell me, before we move on real quick, tell me what was sonically, how would you describe real shit sonically? What we got on?
Man, we was trying to be Run DMC, man. We was like, you gotta understand, this the mid to late 80s. So it's Run DMC, Houdini, LL, Fat Boys, UTFO. These were the groups these were the groups that was popping. It wasn't 50,000 rappers out like it is now.
Right.
So the mainstream consisted of only a handful of artists, a few on the West Coast, and you looking at 10 to 15 artists total, but those was the ones, and everybody was a group back then. Yeah. You just starting to see the resurgence of rap groups with Migos and even like City Girls and stuff like that, but for a long stretch of time, the group dynamic was almost extinct.
Well, they had like the posses, you had like
your clique,
like Juice Crew,
right?
DDP. So it was a team of them,
right?
They might have been solo, but it was a team.
And that's the foundation. That's like the South Park Coalition, because you see these crews like that's a crew too. But yeah, I mean, we was just trying to be just on some 3-man crew. All of the successful formulas had 3 dudes, but we didn't have a DJ. It was 3 rappers in ours. It is what it is.
Yeah. So are you creating, do you have the idea for SPC while this is going on, or is it once this dies, you're like, all right, what's gonna be the next one?
Nah, I mean, SPC came to me, I was sitting in the classroom, I was sitting in English class, and I was like, man, we're gonna start us up a crew. And all I knew was it was gonna have South Park in it. That's the only part I had together. It was like South Park, we're gonna do a South Park something. That's all I knew. But I was in English class, and I got a song where I talk about that. I was just thumbing through the book or whatever. I saw the word coalition. It was written in the book and used in sentences some kind of other way. But I looked it up, and it sounded good. South Park Coalition, SPC. It rung well, off the tongue. So I started telling cats, hey man, we the SPC now. But it really was just guys that went to school with me. My homies, my same real chill homies, a couple other guys that went to school with us. It was about 7 of us, Rapper K, 7 of us, 8 of us at the beginning, you know.
Who the original members?
It would be me, GT, Frederick J, Rapper K, C Rock, my homie Easy. His name was Easy T at the time, and y'all might remember him as he changed his name a couple times. He changed his name. You remember a rapper named Blower? BLOA. He was doing it big like in the late 90s.
What was the record?
I don't remember the records. He just had a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he was putting out a lot of projects, putting out a lot of groups. But we went to school together. And he didn't have money like that. Then I went to stretch without seeing him for some years. When I saw him again, he was on. Yeah, he was popping. So, but he was one of the original members of South Park Coalition. My homie, DJ AK-47, he's getting master of DJ. He's doing the thing right now. He was there. So it was probably Screw. Screw was one of the, that's a lot of things.
Screw, I mean, he's a few years younger than you, though, right?
Screw was in the 9th grade when I was in the 11th grade. I started the coalition in the 11th grade. That was in '87. My junior year.
So Screw was DJing back then.
He was DJ Screw back then.
Yeah.
That was his name, DJ Screw back then in the 9th grade. And he was one of the original members. And like I said, I was telling people, man, ESPC, South Park Coalition. And that South Park Coalition is actually the template that Screw used to start up SUC. It was SPC, SUC. Screw would tell the story if he was here. And so that's what that whole thing was about. But a record we put out in 1990 when I got in a group called COD with Dopey and Egypt and all them. If you go back to that original cassette or even the vinyl we put out, you know, you read the back of it, you'll see Screw name on the back of the cover. You know what I'm saying? All the legends like Big Mello and all, you know, they wouldn't SPC. Big Mello was SPC, but we was all running together.
Yeah. So tell me, because I mean, you know, you use words, man. You know what I mean? You know the good words for it, but to say South Park Coalition, not South Park Crew, that's too bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you call yourself Killer Rhymes, it's like no fine fun. Where does this come from? Like, is this something you always went to?
The Killer Rhymes intellectual, that part came later. I created that acronym later on in my development. My first acronyms for my name, they was like some nursery rhymes, because I can't even remember what it was. But I had one that was there, keeping rhymes in numerical order. That was that was one of the first ones I did. But later on, when I started growing a little bit, I said, I got to change that. You know, so that's when I came with the Killer Rhymes acronym after that.
Yeah. So tell me, you talking about 90, but let's just kind of stay a little in the 80s. But tell me about like Houston, the scene at that time. Because this is like, you're talking about late 80s, so this is when I'm in the Rhinestone. And like, tell me about just the streets of the underground.
It was highly competitive, bro, because like I say, we coming from the Run DMC era and that mind frame. Everybody who was coming up in that time, we went to see Crush Groove at the movie theater. Yeah. And we just saw that whole hip hop vibe, that spirit, and everybody came out like that after that. And so anytime you would see a rapper in the 80s, no matter where you was, at the mall, at the talent show, at school, it's instantly, we got a battle. He ain't did nothing to me. And we got a battle. And they felt the same way. So the vibe was just competitive. Everybody wanted to prove that they was better than the next guy. Because everything was a rap contest or a talent show. All the schools would have a talent show. Sterling had a talent show. Yates had a talent show. Worthy. All these different schools.
Schools going to each school. So you go to Sterling, but you might go to Madison.
I'm going to get into the Madison talent show. The Jones talent show. And that's how it was. So we all competed, and you would see the same people. You would see Big Mello. He wasn't Big Mello. His name was Curtis D at the time. His name was Curtis Davis. So you'll see all these every time, but it's like in the back part, like the back stage, back room, whatever. Me and my people, we tucked over here. 4 or 5 of them cats, they over there. 3 or 4. Ain't nobody saying nothing to nobody. Everybody mugging each other and looking like, yeah, because nobody wanna, if you walk around the corner and somebody kind of going over their routine, they gonna stop. Like, I might try to steal my stuff.
It's real competitive.
Yeah, it's real competitive, man. It's just animosity. But that later on grew to respect once everybody started to know each other, you know. But so that was more what the environment was, but even at the clubs. Because you had clubs even though we was underage, but somehow everybody used to be in the grown folks club. But we had clubs for our age too, because you had the spot in South Park called the Animal House. You had another spot called the SPN, which was it was a Catholic school. The SPN stands for St. Philip Neri, and they would have shows and stuff in there, St. Francis, all these different spots. And it was just anytime on site, boys was rapping. So my name got built up because I was battle rapping and I was winning. But I wasn't the only one. There was other cats in different parts that was winning. Nip was killing people. Klondike Cat, killing folks. So you hear this. This is pre-social media. This is pre-cell phone or whatever. You hear names just buzzing and ringing throughout the city, and even if you didn't even know what the dude looked like, you was pissed off because you was hearing his name too much.
You seen him, it was on.
It's on.
Yeah.
And they was feeling the same way. You know, me and them hate each other. Yeah. You know, we just like, man, we see this dude, it's on site. You know, because his name was ringing, my name was ringing, so it had it out.
Yeah. Now I hear about the competitors, man. We had Rob Quest up there, man. He told a story about how he kind of clowning him about in the battle of TSU, and he was like, they had a thing about, you know, some little girl was blind or something like that, and he was on some, I don't care if you blind, Christmas crazy.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you know, you blind, that don't have to do with your mind. and Rob Quest, one of the most intelligent, evil geniuses that I ever met.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing. It's like people tend to try to handicap a person who maybe already dealing with a so-called perceived handicap. It's like, nah, let him do what he do. Yeah. You know, plain and simple. It's like when you're playing basketball, a guy might come out there. If you an old man and you get out there, you know, we finna dog you because you shouldn't have came out here. You know, plain and simple. So, but somebody like Rob, he gonna get out there and hold his own. Yeah. He best around getting balanced. So that's the thing. But nah, it was blood sport, bro. It was blood sport back in them days. That's how we cut our teeth. That's how we got known in the game. Because if you didn't come with it, it's gonna be spread all around, man. You know, smash last night. It's like, nah, yeah, I ain't going out like that.
So were you going to the Rhinestone Ring and all that?
I went to the Rhinestone Wrangler maybe 3 or 4 times because my mama wouldn't let me out the house like that. I couldn't stay out late like that. Yeah. But I got out a couple times, you know, and that was, the Rhinestone Wrangler was a whole nother competitive environment because you had all the Northside killers. You had Willie D was on there, Romeo Poet, who people don't know. You have Raw Flush, Rick Raw and all them cats, Def Foe, all them cats was killers, man, on the mic. Willie D would embarrass you.
And therefore, these are all basically early rap artists.
Early rap a lot artists. And that whole club consisted of a lot of those rap a lot artists, man. But there's a guy named Romeo Poet. Thank you. You took the words right on mine. Y'all might know Young Sam. That's his dad. Romeo Poet is one of the greatest rappers that ever come out of Houston. Battle rappers, man. And him and Willie D's have some epic, man. It's like what me and Nip was on the south side, Romeo Poet and Willie D was on the north side. You know, they was just going at it, man. And I went to a couple of contests in the Rhinestone. I didn't win. In my mind, I was like, man, I ain't gonna win on this north side. You know, and then I was leery. Every time I go out there, I was like, what if I do win? What they gonna do?
was it tension like that back then? You know what I mean? You remember it like north side, south side stuff back then?
You know what? I don't think it was defined as that. I just felt like it was more so probably in my own head and other people's head to come out that way. You know, but it wasn't really just a north side, south side thing because, like I said earlier, we ain't like the crews that was from our neighborhood. Yeah. You know, it was just